I'm Deborah O'Mara, and I'm the editor of Security Dealer and Integrator magazine, and I'm here interviewing Richard Roberts. He's the Industry Affairs Manager for System Sensor, and we're going to be talking about the subject of carbon monoxide detection. Richard, can you tell me what are some of the current trends we're seeing in carbon monoxide detection?
There is a definite state regulatory trend that's been occurring over the last 5 to 10 years. Currently, there are 25 states with some form of regulation mandating the installation of carbon monoxide devices in not only 1 and 2 family dwelling units, but also commercial application or occupancies such as hotel, motels, and school dormitories, as well as apartment buildings. That number, 25, has more than doubled over the last 3 to 4 years. So as you can see, there is a definite trend in that direction.
What do you attribute to this interest in the carbon monoxide detection?
I think it's an overall awareness by the public as well as politicians and building code officials. According to the CDC, Center for Disease Control, approximately 500 people a year die of non-fire related carbon monoxide poisoning. So I think everyone would like to see that number obviously go to zero, but minimize it as much as possible.
Which are some of the states that are currently on the fence for getting ready to adopt carbon monoxide legislation?
There is pending legislation right now in the state of Oregon, and I don't know of any other states that have pending legislation. However, this year, Montana, Colorado, New Hampshire, and Maine have passed bills requiring the installation of carbon monoxide detection.
What are some of the current technological innovation going on with regards to the carbon monoxide devices themselves?
There's a new requirement in NFPA 720, which is the installation standard for carbon monoxide devices. And this new requirement requires that CO alarms and detectors be functionally tested very similar to smoke detectors, in that it's the introduction of carbon monoxide gas into the sensing element. And in the new 720 standard, the effective deadline for this functional testing is January 1st, 2012. However, several manufacturers have this new feature built into their products. So building owners, consumers, and installing dealers can functionally test their CO detectors just as they functionally test their smoke detectors with canned smoke. You can now test CO detectors with canned CO to make sure that carbon monoxide gas is getting into the sensing chamber of the device.
Where do you see the market headed in the next several years?
With the state regulatory trend and also the model building codes beginning to incorporate CO protection into their standards and codes, I only see that this market for carbon monoxide detectors and alarms increasing quite substantially over the next 3 to 5 years.
Thank you, Richard, for filling us in on the topic of carbon monoxide detection.
Well, Deborah, thank you very much for having me.